Hey folks, good morning. How are you guys doing today? Let me know in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear, and after that we'll start. Thank you. I started the stream late today because I woke up like at 9 o'clock, sorry, 8:50 around that time. That because of that. So we'll go through a couple of things. I'll be here with you guys until 10:20 macro, or like suppose 10:50. So we'll have a 2-hour stream. But I wanted to start it from 8 o'clock so that we would have read how PPI can potentially deliver like we did yesterday, and at 8:50 we didn't have any trade from here, but targeting this liquidity up here, that's what I saw from this breaker. Like it was a very nice setup on 50-minute chart. You guys can see I'm just reviewing what I saw at 8:50, this breaker right here, and the time when price hit this breaker it was at 8:45. So we had a couple of minutes to enter the trade from here, but again I didn't took it because I didn't have the time to do it. I was just like so late today waking up. So I'll just take you guys on daily chart and we'll finish my talking in 2 minutes because we are inside a macro. I believe we will be reaching for this monthly opening, okay, and we are inside this rejection block as well from the weekly chart. And we also got this inversion, more like BPR, so at this level on daily chart. So let's see what price does today. And as I told you guys that I never force a bias on daily chart because I'm trading where I'm not trading on 4-hour 1-hour chart. I'm trading on 1 minute, 30 second, and sometimes on 3-minute chart. So on lower time frame I can have many trades, like price will deliver back and forth on lower time frame. That's what I'm trying to say. So all I have to find out is based on liquidity levels where price can potentially go. Makes sense? And just right here we have a week on 4-hour chart. We'll keep an eye on it when price comes inside it. So I'm just gonna put an alert here, and on hourly chart this was a great trade at 8:50 targeting these equal highs, but still we'll have more trades. So we'll see what happens. And I'm also looking at this 50-minute fair value gap as well. Sorry, 50-minute wick, not fair value gap. This week right here, I put the measurement tool up here. So I'm just gonna mark out because these are the levels where price will be sensitive, right? So it's better to keep an eye. Obviously we're not gonna force a setup there. We're gonna watch price what it wanna do. If it wanna give us a setup, it will show the signature in price. So these are the two levels that I wanna see where price getting sensitive, and I'll take you guys on lower time frame, and I'll also tell you why I'm expecting that. You will never see me calling a trade just by one PDA. There are a couple of stuff that I mix. So there's another important thing is that we have monthly opening right here, and it's coming with the consequent encroachment of this week. But again, we have equal high up here, and there's a possibility of going up at like suppose at PM session. But why I'm expecting a lower price action? Because of this trend line liquidity. As you guys know, this is the model, this is like the whole structure of how I trade, by targeting this kind of liquidity levels. And what makes this kind of liquidity levels high probability target when they are not generating, or when they are not clearing out sell side liquidity when moving towards buy side liquidity. Like suppose price cleared out this swing low, but still we have like suppose equal low down here. That makes this trend line low probability. There's so many stuff to go through about these liquidity things. So we are about to hit the lower quadrant of our 50-minute wick that I showed you guys, and we'll be looking for SMT probably up here at this zone when price is like when we are expecting to see a pattern forming. Yeah, glad to see you guys joined. So 8:50, good morning. You didn't miss anything. I didn't. But I wanted to like I always start my own trading session from 8 o'clock. Like that's my go-to time. Even if I'm not taking any trades till like suppose 9:20, I'm good. But there's eagerness inside me to study what price does and making a journal, right? Like I have 3 years of experience, folks. I'm not here to leave, or this is my future. So the more journal I will have, like suppose I'm targeting for like 5 years of continuous journal of every day from 8 to like suppose 10 o'clock. So today I missed it, but again, it's okay. And I do not do it on back testing and like on hindsight as well, because I believe if I'm missing it on live, then it's not worth it. I can just review it, but I'm not gonna put it on my journal. Why? Because now I have the emotion mixed here. This will also tell me when I'm watching the chart live, I will have expectation to see this or that, and you guys will feel that like when you are back testing, you are not feeling that that emotion that you feel here when you are reading it live, right? So that's the thing. Anyway, so it's just one session. We had equal highs up here, so we cleared it out. Now let's see. Okay, I'm looking for a setup up here. Let's use standard deviation projection. That's what I don't do most of the time, but today let's make Friday a little bit more educational, right? And I know you guys enjoy it very much. So I don't see any breaker here, folks. I don't see the models that I look for here. But still I wanted to see the rejection, preferably from here, from the consequent encroachment, because we had the monthly opening up there. So if price was like showing this from here, I would like told you guys, okay, we'll go to 30-second and we'll find out an inversion from where we can trade, or we'll wait for a breakout there. Because do you guys see that I use 30-second most of the time because it's so clean, it's not choppy. It tells you where most of the high probability liquidities are, and as you guys can see, we have so much trendline liquidity going on down here, and all we have to do is find out like when price will clear it out. Price most of the time won't clear out these equal high, equal low trendline liquidity just when it generates it. So nothing still other than this fair value gap turning into inversion, but still wanna see price coming up, hitting the consequent encroachment. But if price closes, yeah, I believe we are bearish now, because we generated an order block, right? And then we closed the candle's body not below, but at the midway. So let's see if price respects this order block. I'm just gonna tape read this kind of setup. Like these are pretty aggressive setup to take it from. We also got order block here, then price formed another order block up here. Me personally, if I don't see a tight stop loss, the way I do it, like suppose 5 points max, that's how I'm gonna do it. or like suppose 20 ticks, 25 ticks. But here, where am I gonna put it? I'm still expecting this consequent encroachment to get broken. So nice delivery towards sell side. So we saw price generating it. Now price is clearing it. Now let's see if price gives us any chance to enter from a breaker. That's what I'm looking for here. At 9:30, either a turtle soup or a breaker. That's what I found as high probability. It's not like you cannot trade other models here. It's just that I prefer to go with breaker or those kind of stuff. We generated a fair value gap here, expecting this fair value gap to get filled till this level. What is this? Come on. Okay. So that will mean what? If price is not going above it, that means what? A strong indication from price that we are heavily bearish. And those who are not trading on 30-second, how can you align the chart with 1 minute? It's the same price level, stuff like that. But I will highly recommend you to take it to go with 30-second. So something like this, but still not as high probability as I want to see, because I wanted to see no price action here. But if now the price is turning up, it's showing a good sign by not closing a candlestick body above it, just like the rejection. So we're just gonna tape read this setup. I'm not gonna take it, but I see it as well. So just put it here, targeting like this down here, or probably like down here. This swing low has beautiful sell side liquidity as well as a breaker down here on 30-second. Why am I not taking it? Because again, I focus on my stop loss management, and in this trade I told you guys it's a tape reading setup. So see the pushover? This is what most of the time happens when we are trading inside this part of this fair value gap, right? I told you guys many times, the folks who have been watching me for the last 3 days, you know, I told you guys that I don't want to see, this is our breakaway gap, and that's the way I see it. So if price is trading back inside this part of the fair value gap, it's just going to continue manipulating. That makes the setup low probability. Makes sense? Or you guys want to see me stick with 1 minute? Like, where do you guys want to see me trading today? I'm going to let you decide it. Like, let's do it for till 5 minutes. What time frame you prefer? Let's do a poll. 1 minute. You guys see that the choppiness here? 1 minute, 3 minute. Five minute. Just wait, I'm doing a poll, and 30-second. Okay, let's go. You see that? Like, that's why I didn't tell you guys that I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna wait for the setup that I believe has high probability, and price itself generated liquidity again down here. Do you guys see that? So we still have a possibility of rejection, and we will we'll follow our trading plan that we want to see price hitting this monthly open. Okay, let's see. 1 minute chart. Really? No, I thought someone would be, most of the people will vote on 5 minutes. Yeah, you all are impatient like me. 5 minutes? No, 5 minutes is like 8%. 3 minute 1%, 1 minute 71%. Okay, we'll stick with 1 minute. We will do that. To me, 1 minute, to me, trading on any time frame doesn't matter. It's just that I get more setup on 30 seconds, so I can differentiate between which setup I want to take, and it also builds the skill inside me. And the skill is like, okay, I can differentiate now between those kind of setup, and the same price action repeats on the 1 minute, 5 minute, as you guys know. So I just use 30 seconds for my improvement. Like on 30 seconds, you will see me either calling most of the time I take like 2 trades in a day on 30 seconds, even on 1 minute. That's my limit. So once I'm done like on taking 2 trades, I just focus on tape reading the price. So we got our 2 standard deviation up here, so a possible area for rejection, and we have a breaker now on 1 minute chart, as you guys want to see me trading on sticking with 1 minute. So a possible rejection area based on our mentor's teaching, not area, zone, possible rejection zone. So again, we are not gonna force it, and we hit 2 levels that I told you guys that I want to see getting hit. What? Okay, I just put it the horizontal line. So this is the consequent encroachment at the monthly opening price. We also hit that. Now it's okay for price not to go up there at the standard deviation level that I marked for you guys, but again, that's gonna make this rejection to our sell side a high probability. And our breaker itself is so lower, right? So but there's another way to predict that price will activate this breaker before it does it. This fair value gap right here, if it's turning into a inversion, again, we generated equal highs. So now is the time to look for us SMT. Look for SMT. So also do that, guys. Do not rely on me. So see that? Do you guys see that? Like we hit this monthly opening 2 times, but again, I'm gonna take it because of the equal high up here, and it's not a SMT. Okay, wait, is it a SMT? Yeah, it's not macro yet, but we'll wait. 940, we'll take that trade at 950. So I'm just asking for you guys, like, is it a SMT? What can you see on your chart? Like compare it with DOW and ES. And we got a breaker here as well, the bullish one. So still a possible room towards buy side liquidity. So not like a high probability confirmation that price wanna go lower. As I told you guys that this fair value gap will confirm us that if the market structure shift happened or not. Bro, please show all your indicator tools you use. That's it. Nothing gives me signal. Okay, Ichimoku here. Yeah, that's what I used to use. So sometimes I look at it like seeing what now. If I'm expecting a short here, I want to see like what Ichimoku cloud does. Okay, we'll keep Ichimoku cloud here. Let's see what it tells us. But these are the indicators basically that I use, like just the basic stuff to know new week opening gap, stuff like that, and the days of the week, as well as power of 3. Like it shows the candle right here of higher time frame. Pretty useful, but I believe it's a paid indicator. So it's very nice to see how price is behaving on higher time frame, just near to your chart. So if you are not paying a subscription on TradingView, you can still look for this indicator. But the thing is, it's too big. Like, this is the smallest I can go. It never makes the candles like this, right? So a little bit bigger. Okay, Ichimoku cloud is still saying us we are bullish. Well, like, I used to use this trading strategy just to confirm the order flow, and that's what I told you guys. Like, I was looking for a bearish trade, see that, but price generated this equal high and no SMT. So respect of the breaker down here, bullish breaker. So we'll wait for the cross of these two lines, okay, and we will also wait to see this cloud turning into a like red, but it gives so much false indication, like, just for one day, folks. Okay, let's see what this indicator can do. Indicator is price itself. It's not predicting the future, it's just the price itself. So what's the problem with it is that if price is, like, suppose retracing for down discount, this indicator will show you that we are bearish. We change the shift, because that's what they teach us. So we hit the upper quadrant as well of that 50-minute wick. Sorry, 50-minute wick right here. So do you guys see that the measurement is always good when we have a wick like this, but still we have room towards buy side liquidity. So again, I'm being like a little bit nimble today, looking for a trade, because we already had a pretty good week, right? So far on stream, we are on profit, and most of you, like 90% of you, are in profit by the trades that I gave you guys as a signal, buy side liquidity, and you all as well as learned from it. So today I'm only gonna take the trade that I believe as high probability. So our buy side liquidity is up here, equal high is up here, and let's go to 1 minute chart again. So we pretty much filled the 2 standard deviation, right? So what can we do here? I'm gonna focus on this part of the standard deviation, but the reason that I don't use it, it's just like I use the measurement tool here on rejection, weekly rejection block. So it's just the same. I know, like, if price is coming back up, hitting this weekly rejection block, as it's a higher time frame rejection block, price will be sensitive at the low, at the lower quadrant, midway, and the upper quadrant. Makes sense? So it just tells the same thing as we have here. And there's another thing that I want to show you guys, like, the indicator is making it so bad. We'll be back with indicator soon. Just hiding it for okay, aligning it perfectly. And now look at here, 0.5, right? The consequent encroachment of the weekly wick is aligning with this high probability rejection zone, -4 standard deviation, -3 standard deviation. So see, it's not giving you a signal, it's just like giving you a good indication where price can possibly reverse, and you will have to align it with other concept as well from higher time frame. So another thing that I can see on dollar and DOW, let's talk about this. We still have 4 minutes before we start our macro. We have this trend line liquidity that we generated. So all we have to do right now to find out from where can price possibly push higher. So we got our sell side liquidity down here. We got a possible area of support down here. That's our rejection block. So I told you guys that when I don't have a clean analysis on my chart, I look at dollar most of the time. Like when I don't have a price action left to this price action. Okay, so now that I'm looking on the dollar, we found out that this is a possible support area, but again we have so much sell side liquidity down here. But I believe price will show something here, a signature that you want to move higher, because if I take you guys on 1 minute chart here, look, what is this? Clean liquidity levels, right? And this is our go-to trading model. We rely on this kind of liquidities, and that gives us our bias. So we have it here, but we still don't have any breaker or stuff like that that will make this scenario high probability. What do you guys see on DOW? Do you guys see that DOW generated this equal highs, but it's a SMT, right? Look at that ES, and look at lower quadrant here. Look at Nasdaq here. So a possible SMT, but again that's a clean level. So we have more like a mitigation block with a SMT on DOW. Do you guys see that delivery? It's so it's like low volume today. And that's what we expect to see before macro, right? When will price become clear, Hydra? When price gets inside 950 to 1010, you guys will see that either price will have big candles and stuff like that. So I was like, when our mentor used to post on Twitter like this kind, like he writes down speed, I always wanted to see like why he want to see speed here. And if you just look at the time of his trades, you'll see he's either entering inside the macros but projecting the trade or predicting the setup before macro, and inside macro he just uses the speed. There are more things I believe that he uses, but again that's what I found out from my stuff. So looking good. We have so much equal high up here. So this PDA right here is, I believe, a pretty good one. This fair value gap, BC, but I would prefer it more if price is like coming down, offering sell side liquidity. As I told you guys, the way I see a order block becoming high probability is when the order block has no liquidity down here, but price generated so much equal high. So let's see, this is gonna be my high probability entry zone by taking a long. So still waiting, and we hit the -2 standard deviation. Oh, okay, I'm looking at 30-second again. Come on. Corrector, right? It's habit. My bad. Okay, folks, like I just went there. I forgot, like I'm doing trading on 1 minute. So see, price got support and it left like indicate a signature that once it clears this level out, we can possibly move lower. This is the levels where I look for SMT. When every time I see a equal low getting formed or equal high, I always look for SMTs, because if I have a SMT down here, that's a low probability target. So possibly a turtle soup setup, right? If I'm, oh my god, come on, what can I do? Like I'm going to 30-second again and again. Like that's my character, folks. I cannot stop it. It's just that I've always been looking at 30 seconds. So the majority want to see me trading on 1 minute. So 61%. I'm gonna go with 61% just for today. So we got a couple of other mates from our ICT community trading streaming today. We got Dodgy. We also got, I believe Tanya is live today, right? Let's see. Yeah, again. So no trades so far taken by them today. ICT is like always on her chat. So equal high up here, equal low. Let's see what price shows us. Why I moved to 30 seconds? Just to confirm that if price is gonna reject from after taking out these equal highs. We will take that trade, okay folks, on 1 minute, but we will look at 30 seconds because that's my go-to model and I feel more confident looking at 30 seconds, but I'll take that trade here if I see it. So do you guys see that? Like we formed equal high, equal low in both sides of the marketplace. So that's why. So we will wait for price to clear out either one direction or another one. But I want to see price clearing out this equal high and then moving lower. In our 5-minute chart as well, do you guys see that? We have a fair value gap down here. So there's another possibility is that I told you guys we'll wait for price to clear out one direction. Do you guys see the fair value gap here that we just generated? So A plus will be taking a trade from here, targeting buy side liquidity. So let's just make our setup with a stop loss down here. Okay, let's take like one contract and like I took it because of the 5-minute structure that I saw here. And the stop loss, okay, stop loss is gonna be based on 30 seconds. So again, where can I put it? Just wait, I'm just gonna take like 200 like around 250 and I'm gonna let it go for $250. Okay, that's what I saw on 30 seconds, folks. See this equal low down here. So a better entry would be like taking the trade from this equal low after price clears it out. And again, I I worked against my own theory. Come on. But still gonna leave some room. That's why I took only one contract, that if price is going lower, I can hold it a little bit longer. So I'm just gonna wait. Why did you took it on US30? Come on, it generated more equal low. I'm probably gonna close it because it seems to be for price it will go lower. You guys see that? Like I'm looking for 3 PDAs that are gonna be failing here. So far we got 2, so take profit is gonna be up here. So we probably generated a fair value get, sorry, let's put it to ticks. We probably generated a SMT down here. Now I don't want to see it coming down, okay folks? So if it's coming down, I'm just gonna close it and look for a trade afterwards. So gonna put my stop loss down here at the rejection block. I'm willing to take $100 loss, and that won't make me emotional or regret why I took the trade. So we generated more equal highs. Do we have a SMT down here? Okay, we don't. All the pairs generated equal low. So again, not that A plus as I was thinking. Like that's the reason I look at 30 seconds, is that 30 seconds shows me more liquidity levels, than 1 minute. We generated more equal high up here again. Like this is the liquidity level you will never see on 1 minute chart. And do you guys see any order block here? No, on 30 seconds this is an order block. So we have a small little fair value gap. Let's see if price gets support from it. Oh, come on. So not a, it's very small loss, like $80. So we'll wait. Here I will take a $300 trade down here. So nothing so far. How much we lost? Like how many ticks? 7 points. Oh, sorry, 7. Yeah. So I want to see this one getting cleared out on 32nd, because this order block is high probability. So we still have a chance to enter in a trade. And I probably would have like entered here. Order block, yes, because we don't have that equal low down here, and we have a breaker, the bullish breaker. So either like this zone right here is either gonna give us one setup, we are going for 50-minute gap and then go higher. We'll see. We have a possible area of support down here. As you guys can see, this is the whole level of breaker, and this is the fair value gap. So far we took one loss. We don't care about that, because we are, if we are in our right mind and not like going into the zone of revenge trading, we are good. So do you guys see that, like when the way I teach you guys and show you the market, like when price generates these equal highs, it will just go through that. You'll just have to find out a setup, but it's not gonna be every single time. As you guys can see, even though it was a good high probability liquidity level and it was a low probability SMT on ES, I can see only ES took that buy side liquidity from here. So only one pair. And I also wanted to see this equal high getting cleared out. So not every single time it will work, folks. There you will have to leave a room by believing the ratio. Like if you are winning 80%, you are gonna lose 20%, right? My win rate is like more from 60, 70, 80. It depends on the month, it depends on the price action overall, but the lowest I went is like 55 and 60% back in 23. So that's the thing. So I believe in the ratio. That's how I trade. One trade is not gonna affect me. Why? I believe that I'm gonna lose. It's okay with me. I don't know how the losing streak is gonna be coming. The losing streak can come in one trade, or like suppose 2, or suppose like for 4 losing trades, right? 4 or 5 losing trades in a row. All I have to do is like trust in the process, trust in the model, trust in the way I read it, and not just blind trust. It has a trust based on the journal and the ratio. So we got a fair value gap up here again. Like we all saw this equal lows, the trend line liquidity that price generated here, right? But again, we had this, we would have looked for a short if price was like clearing out this equal high first and then coming lower. When price generates this kind of liquidity, folks, okay, it will not go up. Like if it's generating it towards sell side, price will not move higher until it clears it out. If it generates it low higher, then price will, either price is going for the discount based on the higher time frame, like this. So this was a very nice setup, as I told you guys, at 850, and we have our midnight opening price down here, so 2 confirmation, and we don't have any. And as I wrote to you guys right here, if I take you guys on, I believe it was, yeah, 5-minute chart, we have this breaker down here and no equal lows. So this is gonna be working as our last line of defense. This price is going below this level, we'll just continue looking for a bearish trade. So 5-minute chart, as you guys can see, we have our sell side liquidity down here. We just hit the midnight opening price. So let's see what price can do here. So there's another thing, folks. The people who are here to learn, is for them. We have an order block right here, right? So why this order block? So why price didn't respect this order block? It came so down. So it's very, very good for a beginner as a note. Because of this, when we have the opening prices aligning below a bullish PD area, that bullish PD area is becoming low probability. If we have opening, like suppose 830, 930 here, it doesn't matter what opening price it is, every single opening price works like a fair value gap. So we generated equal low down here, and we don't have a SMT so far, so we'll look for a short again. Let's see, because do you guys see a fair value gap here? That's a CB, and there's another reason. We are still inside the macro. Let's see if price gives us this setup. We have a breaker up here, so we can manage our stop loss more tightly, and that way we'll, even if we are losing this trade, we'll be able to take, like suppose, less loss. So when we are winning more to our minimum. When we are losing so less. You are so focused on small time frame, you missed US30 clearing out daily equal highs. I'm looking at all time frames, brother. The signature in price that I look for is this kind of things. I wanted to see like price not clearing out, clearing out these equal highs and then going lower. But I so far only had a SMT up here on ES. As you guys can see, DOW didn't clear it out. So it's not just based on the daily time frame. So how did price clear out the equal high? We got rejected from this volume balance, rejection block up here. So not for me to take a high probability setup. That's probably your model, but not mine. So we got an inversion up here. All about risk management. Yes, there's still a chance, like even your A plus setup can lose. So the setup, the trade idea that I see here is just I want to see this week getting hit, and we will leave a room for this fair value because we don't have a week. So entry, a high probability entry is probably here, up here, and putting the stop loss at the inversion right here. So see, 2 trades, that's how I do it max. So if I'm taking 2 losses here, if this is turning out to be a losing trade, then I'm just gonna continue tape reading. Like I'm just gonna look for it on my live account. I took one loss on my one of my challenge account, so let's do it on my live account as well. And the risk that I'm going with is 0.5% of my account, so it's not gonna affect me. Usually I risk like suppose 1% on my live account, but not today. So we left our stop loss up here, right? So I push the button here, and this is gonna be the last sign of defense to expect the lower price action. Let's see. As soon as price is going up, I'm closing it. Yeah, I'm not gonna let it like show me more direction. If I see a candle's body closure, I'm closing the trade. What? Tanya has the same setup? Come on, don't tell me that I'm closing it. Okay, I closed, folks, with a $250 loss. Come on, Tanya took the same. Tanya took the same setup. Okay, let me check. How? How is it possible? Like we saw the same setup at the same time. Candle's body down here, as you guys can see, we have it here. So that's the, like, I saw my trades getting matched with our mentor, and my trades getting matched with other fellow traders. So that's the beauty of our community. Like most of the time you'll see us like seeing the same kind of things. So we got rejected from this inversion, right? But we take weak up here. So tape reading again. If you guys want to take it, you can do it, but I'm done. As I told you guys, if I'm taking 2 losses, I'm done for the day. But seems like a good scenario. Again, I would have taken it because the wick that you see here, that's what I preferably don't want to see. Like making this setup a low probability because of the wick that we have here. So, but still a room for the trade idea. So this is the setup that I told you guys before. Like put your stop loss above here. Okay, we don't want to see price coming up. If it's coming up now, it's getting support from this fair value gap. So even if you are taking a loss, it's gonna be like a less risk. Like go with make it this low, and it depends on you how much okay you are to risk it. Again, the price action price action so far is not so good. So the target is gonna be down here, folks. Okay, so like if you are winning, you are winning more. If you are losing, you are losing less. Make sense? And I went with like 4 contract. Let me show you guys the execution that I made. I have like couple of, I trade with TradeObat and then forex.com. So this is a setup that I took here with the buy stop. on my other account. So entering the trade after seeing the rejection here. So let's tell Tanya that we saw the same thing.
We'll have to pick again if it's something, you know, related to the video. Okay, we're loading the comments. We're loading the comments. Who's excited?
Oh my god, she's doing a giveaway, so no way I'm donating money now, because most probably she won't see it. Again, folks, who wanna see a giveaway of funded account? Sorry, not funded account, sorry. Giveaway of my mentorship for 6 months for free. Only the folks, like, be honest with me, the folks who cannot afford it, I'm opening to them. And yeah, that's what I'll probably do. So partial coming down here at the rejection block. I still have two contracts, so I'm gonna take one off. So more like this, folks. Partial was like, I closed it here, but it closed here. Again, 119 ticks. If this is winning, this is another account. So if I'm winning it here, it's basically like cover all the losses that I took earlier, around like 250, then again 80 bucks. So more like $350, $400. So it's gonna cover that. So once the loss is covered, then we are gonna be like moving into tape reading. Already in mentorship learning, thank you. We are gonna the folks who are here from my mentorship, we will be like going with full speed as soon as we get inside 20 Jan. So there will be like everyday session, stuff like that, going with models and trading sessions like this. Reviewing the chart live every single day. Like once the day ends, we'll go through every single mostly like NQ, and we'll review the whole day, like what price did, what could have been our expectation. Makes sense. So now, okay, now let's see. I'm just focusing my, it's taking away my attention. So do you guys see that? I'm gonna put my stop loss at this level now. So why am I putting it here? What the hell? Okay, I'm just gonna close it afterwards. Do you guys see that? Like, I'm putting it down here because there's a logic. If price is coming up, it's gonna fail 3 PDRAs, and I'm done like clearing out the losses that I took for today. Do you guys see that? So as soon as price is going above, not getting rejected from this fair value gap, it's gonna fail 3 PDRAs, folks. Okay, 3 major one. I'm not looking at like every single fair value gap here, marking it 3 PDRAs. It's just that the PDRAs that I can see as high probability. So makes sense. And why? Look at the level where I told you guys to take a partial, or you saw me taking a partial at this level right down here. So this is what? This is a rejection block, right? So every single time, folks, you see a rejection block, just take something off there, right? We are expecting lower prices, but still there's a possibility for price. So another entry can be taken as I minimize the loss, right? So wait, I'm gonna take it on my live account connected with the social trader. One contracts, because see the rejection up here. So now that I took another setup, I'm gonna explain it here. My execution was right here. So I'm gonna put the stop loss at the first trade of this this is the first trade, right? And now this stop loss is coming at the break even lower, below this order block. So I'm not losing two sizes, and this I took only 0.25% risk. How many of you use social trader tools? Like, it's so beneficial. You can take one trade in one account and it's just gonna activate the trades in other accounts as well. Does anyone use it? So far looking good, right? This trade stop loss, okay folks, look at me how I manage it. So I'm gonna put it above this, just like here, because my entry is down here. So even if I'm taking loss, do you guys see that? No, but if I'm winning, I'm gonna win more. So this is how I pyramid, and today I'm showing that to you. Like, next week we'll be more focusing on learning pyramiding our trade. Make sense? So far we are up by 79 ticks. Partial, like this setup, the first one that we took, we're gonna close here, and again down here, the second trade down here. This is the TP that we have, the rejection block. I'm expecting price going lower and lower at this level, at this gray shaded box. It's our higher time frame. No, I'm not holding on the account that I took that loss. I took it on another account. So TP hit, folks. I don't know about you. I covered like the losses that I took. So 3 trades total. 3 trades, and the losses that we made, I covered it up already with the trades that I've taken. So isn't it looking nice? Look at that. So I took one loss in this trade already, like entering the trade here. But again, this is where inversion. No, it's not based on the PDRA, folks. It's based on the liquidity level that price generated towards sell side. Like, focus on that. I'm not focusing on a model. See, my model is breaker and inversion and turtle soup, stuff like that. So, but the main logic for price going towards one direction or deciding the bias comes from based on the liquidity level, because price had higher time frame equal lows down here, right? So it already generated equal low and it came down and it didn't clear it out. Equal high above. See, okay, this is what you get with skill. Price, okay, this is why I told you guys this is the last line of defense. Didn't you heard me saying this inversion is the last line of defense? Why did I told you guys? Because if price is going above it, price is gonna clear out these equal highs from up here. Make sense? So looking good again. We're gonna demo trade couple more setups. We probably have a SMT down here. Okay, we don't. So all 3 pairs made this down here, this swing low. So did anyone made profit? Like, let me check on pool. Yes, you said you closed your trade for $250 loss, and that you were done, but you were still in the trade or re-entered with a less risk. I closed it early here as soon as I saw this kind of retracing. So again, the emotional side of me that I have. But here, do you guys see that I took 2 more entries down here? So 4 trades, that's what I took in a day. Plan to go for like 2. So 4 trades, 2 loss, 2 wins. 50% the win rate today. What schedule? It's not gonna be dependent on a schedule. It's just gonna be like the days that I believe high probability, or the days you guys wanna see me doing it. That's gonna be the day. What's that I'm drinking is coconut water. I see that. It's just, do you see it? It's the best drink that you can drink. Why? Because it's all natural, the coconut and stuff like that. Send it here, please. What? So we want to price. See, do you guys see that price got support from this opening price? We'll just move to higher time frame and we'll frame another trade idea. Like I like this one. It's just because it's all natural, and it doesn't matter if I'm drinking it throughout the whole day. I never like had any problem with gastric or stuff like that. So, and it's like natural water, right? Again, it's sweet, so stuff like those. So we got equal highs up here. Do you guys see that? We got a breaker. So again, possibly we'll have another trade idea to demo it. So I'm just gonna go to my demo account and we'll see what we can do here. So let's focus here, paper trading. Like, do you guys know that you can connect your paper trading account with social trader tools? And if you are taking a trade on paper trading account, that will give a signal. Like very good plans there on social trader tools. So we got a breaker, still not activated, and more like a surgical breaker that I taught inside my mentorship student. So when price comes up and forms a equal high and it's not a SMT, that gives you a chance to take that trade early. It generated a fair value gap here. Let's see, this is gonna give us an indication, okay, we are right in the direction of calling market. This fair value gap, I don't want to see it turning into inversion. If it's not turning into inversion, we'll have a trade on our demo just to test out the setup, and we are trading inside our macro that we believe as high probability inside silver bullet. So I'm just waiting to see how the candle closes, folks. Okay, that's what I did wrong, folks. Okay, I'm not perfect here. That's what I did wrong here. Like, I closed the trade just because price was like rejecting so so fast to our sell side, and I didn't waited for the candle to close. The candle, you should wait for the candle's body closure and then you can go for it. So see that's what I told you guys, that I'm gonna wait for this fair value gap to show me what direction it wanna go. Now see, because of this reading skill, it saves me from the losses that I could have taken. So inversion again, we got support from the discount level, okay, of this swing, as you guys can see. Now let's see how this candle behaves. Again, the setup is there, but I want to see the closure of a candle above the inversion up here. If it's not there, then price will go lower. Why? Because price is just using this inversion as a bearish period. So how to know inversion will support price higher or lower? You just look for this kind of signature in price, how the candle's body is closing. If you're not confident, you can just go to like 3-minute or 5-minute chart and stuff like that. So let's see if it's closing above. If we are not getting a chance to enter here, we will probably have it once we have go up here. It's not a SMT, that's why I'm trying to say like we have a trade idea. That's why I'm saying that. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The next candle I want to see is retesting. Okay, we got the retest done. Now the stop loss, this is a demo trade, folks. Okay, so if you are doing it either tape trade or demo trade it, we can put it below this swing low. I don't want to see price coming down again, because price already confirmed that this inversion up here turned into a bullish inversion by closing candle's body back up again. And there's another logic that price came down, got support from the discount as well at the price leg of here. So see how many things I'm aligning with it, and the stop loss is tight as well down here. So let's see the equal high that we have up here and more liquidity towards buy side. Why did I put my stop loss here? Because that's a swing. If price is going below here, we'll probably just go lower. This is like aggressive stop loss, folks. Okay, like if you are trading on this, you can just put it like below here. That's the way I do it. I see the chart with 3 PTAs. Like, to me, in my eyes, I want to see this breaker getting activated, right? That's what I'm expecting to see. So let's see where the 3 PTAs are. Inversion, that's what you can see, right? This is the first PTA, and the breaker that you see, second PTA, and the swing low is the third one. So 3 PTAs will confirm me that my S is next. So why hold? But if you are not, I told you guys, if you are not confident, putting a stop loss below the swing low is like no problem. You can do that. So a partial coming up here at the equal high. Why am I doing that? Because every single time price clears out a equal high, that's a possibility for price that it will go lower. And we're just gonna let this trade run. We're gonna put our stop loss 1. So even if we are coming down, we still have more profits. Oh no, what the hell? What happened? Why is it so slow? So see, I took 2 losses. Do I care? No, because all the time I told you guys that I'll just have to trust in the ratio. I will like not revenge trading. That's the main thing, because that's the skill. that's a skill that I came with when I was a beginner. I never developed it, like I never learned it, but it was inside me. Right, so it was very, very hard to like master it, and still I'm not there. As you guys saw earlier, I still do make mistakes, the things that I know that I should not do that, but again, human mind, right? So again, the inversion here, I want to see it turning into an inversion. This will confirm us that price is gonna go up there. So see that it's probably a 2.63 hour trade. Dino Land, yes guys, I'm very sorry that I'm not looking at the looking at my email, because one of my family members is sick, heart attack. So last night, like I had to go to hospital with them and stay there. I came back home like at 2:30, 3 o'clock. So makes sense. That's why. Just give me some time. We still have. I'm just like doing the streaming stuff, because that's what is keeping my mind out of thinking what's happening in real life. So I enjoy it. I love it, and that's why, like, I'm doing longer streams and stuff like that. So again, do you guys see how price became choppy? We're still inside our macro though. We got a fair value gap down here. So how far we want to see it getting filled? This far. So let's see if price respects our theory. If price is not coming down, hitting this week, we can be sure the price can go up. It happened. So last line of defense, breaker, stop loss at break even. Price got support from the breaker. Let's see if price rejects from here. I don't want to see price coming down hitting this order block, folks, because below it we have trend line liquidity, right? So if I'm like holding this breaker, most probably will fail. And where do I see that? The fair value gap, sorry, the liquidity that I told you guys. Do you guys see that this is a trend line liquidity? So no loss with a partial, and I believe the partial that we took was like 70 ticks. Can anyone confirm, like, when I took the partial here, how many ticks it was? $70. Okay, so good profit, right? Even on 1 minute chart. So seems like the aggressive delivery came. Good rejection. Now we want to see this candle's body closing above the breaker. So why did we came back? Because we had so much liquidity up here, and I hope you guys understood the logic that I put my stop loss down here at the order block right here. I don't want to see it getting hit, because this is a low probability order block. Okay, price came down, just hit the top of it, and like, if you are following me, follow me to the tick. Like, when I say close it, when I say re-enter, or I see a trade, you guys can take it. So that's the thing. So see, we took 2 losses, we took 3 more trades, and 2 trades give us full TP. The third one is this one, it gave us a partial, right? See, partial always pays, folks, always. If you are getting it, take it from there. It's money. Is it now in a propulsion block? Yes, it's just a different name. Works like a order block. But the logic is same though, so I just call it order block. Okay, so Tanya was targeting down here, and she closed it with like a stop loss up here. That's what I believe she did. But again, we don't see like the same stuff to the tick, but pretty similar. Our entry was similar to the tick. So do you guys see that? I don't like these kind of candles. So again, I'm not gonna minimize my stop loss like putting it lower. It is gonna stay here, and if it's coming down, it's gonna go lower. Okay, so we got a partial now. What can we learn from here? Let's see if price is going lower below this order block. So no loss again, but with a partial and good logic, right folks? Like our entry was so good from down here. As soon as we saw price closing a candle's body above this fair value gap, right, we took the entry as soon as we saw that. And not only that, we had another logic that this fair value gap, look at the candles folks, the candle closed here. The next candle that opens after price closes a candle's body above a fair value gap, or when a fair value gap turning into an inversion, you want to see the next candle after the closure of the first candle. You want to see that candle retesting. How do you know that it's going to retest? Just making a wick inside the inversion. So inversion, I didn't write it. Come on. Do you guys see that? The level where I closed it, it's just chopping around here. So the price action like this, when I see it, I just want to close that trade because it's gonna make me like doubt the setup more. Okay, if it's gonna be turning into a bullish or bearish. The speed is not there. Do you guys see that? The signature, the delivery of the speed that we look for in our trades is not here. It's just building more and more liquidity towards buy side. So we are gonna wait for another setup inside 1050 macro. So see that the order block failed. So do you guys understand the logic what I'm teaching you here, that I saw it failing already? And why didn't I hold? Like a question can be made, because this is a proportion block, as someone from here told us. So most of you will put your stop loss below here, below the breaker. No, you will have to see how price is building the liquidity. Right, so price came down, hit our original stop loss, see? So if I never minimized it, I would have taken a loss here. And my partial that I took would have been like turning into a losing as well. You are trying to explain too many things, too many setups, but you fail. Try focus on only one setup as you do usually. I'm going with 3 setups: inversion, fair value gap, and turtle soup. And at the end of the day, I want to see my win rate is more than 50%. I'm okay with losing 50%. My best days are like win rate of 80%. And even on stream, that happened. Sorry, 90%. Yesterday, if you guys go there, when I told you guys that we are done, we took 4 trades, 4 winning trades and 1 loss. And after that, we just moved to do more tape reading. We did a stop hunt here. I see price going higher, but again, no setup. Which 3 PDAs we should choose? Okay, I guess you were asking me about the 3 PDAs that I told you guys to look for. The reason is that, okay, it's not specific. It's what price shows you when it's forming a setup. So when you like just focus on the levels that when I take a trade, it's never gonna be the same. Okay, just focus there, or you can go rewind back, watch the last stream the day before, and just find out the trades that I'm taking there. I'm always saying, okay, this is the last line of defense, this is the 3 PDAs that we don't want to see failing, stuff like that. Makes sense? Yes, today's price action is very choppy, like not like yesterday or the day before. We had very like high price action with higher liquidity levels, speed, more volume. So again, do you guys see the choppiness? So I don't see that my setup here, no setup, no fair value gap, nothing at all. So we're just gonna put our Pro Plus indicator here, so it will give us a good idea of higher time frame. When I don't see any setup on my chart, I just look at 5-minute chart. That's what gives me the bias for this time frame. What do you guys see here? Order block, right? So this order block, mean threshold, is coming down here, as well as we don't have an equal high up here. So we are trading inside this dealing range here, folks. From this high to this low, inside this dealing range as well. So looking good. So let's go to 50-minute chart and let's see what this one is showing us. We have a breaker up here, down here, and we have another one on 5-minute chart down here. Okay, this is not, okay, it's the breaker. Swing low, new lower low. Yeah, I still have so much PDAs. Look for SMT down here, folks. A more chance, there's a higher probability of price forming a SMT down here, and seems like we have it already. All 3 pairs generated so much equal highs, so we are open to take another demo trade, but we're gonna wait. I see a breaker forming here. Nice rejection after we generated the SMT down here. So the folks who gave me advice, like here, like to go with one model and I will win more, I will never target that to win more. It depends on price. If it's gonna give to me, my ratio tells me that I will win 60% of the time. So it doesn't matter if I'm closing it with a partial or closing it with a full TP, right? As long as I'm going with like losing 30%, 20%. So I want to stay inside that, and my model will lose like every other model, but it has a high probability of winning, taking you out of the loss, putting you back on the trade as well. So nice SMT down here, fair value gap, wanna see price supporting it. Again, surgical breaker that I taught my mentorship student. You guys don't know about the breaker, and that breaker model doesn't exist outside of our mentorship community. So I see the setup here, down here, with a stop loss, like suppose right here, below here. If we don't have a SMT, okay, we don't have a SMT. Okay, we are not inside the macro. Come on. So it's a couple of stuff that you will have to be careful about, but we're gonna tape read it from this and not taking it, okay? Do not take it because we are not inside our macro, folks. So far, the folks who are enjoying my stream, learning from it, can I see a thumbs up from you? Let me see. We got 500 people watching. So let's see how many of you are learning from it, and you will show it that to me by hitting the like button. So let's see. So again, told you guys that this is a model of breaker. If it was inside my macro 1050, I would have like told you guys, okay, I'm gonna demo trade it, take entry down here, but again, it's not inside the macro. So time will have to come first. Okay, another war is starting. Do you guys know the news? Yemen was like hitting the ships, the cargo ships, and they've been doing it for like December and January, and all that they were asking like for a ceasefire because of that, because they went with the good way, asking America to do the ceasefire and stuff like that. But they never listened. Like they attacked like 40-50 ships. I don't know the exact figure, but that's what they did, and that's what happened. Okay, so we are possibly gonna be like gonna have another war, because Yemen is not gonna back up. They're pretty aggressive, and if this is escalating, we have a possible Yemen can possibly hit with his allies. Iran is not like if you guys expect Iran is not powerful, you guys are so wrong. They probably have the nuclear stuff, and they're so developed in the arsenal, in war stuff, right? So they will get allies. So if this is escalating, right, so we'll probably will have a war, like a bigger one. It's not gonna just stay inside Israel and Palestine. Like, I don't get it. What's there to like stop the war? What's there for like not to push for the ceasefire? I don't get it. Like, all they are doing is like a cleansing of the whole generation there. They're killing like everyone. So we have a equal low down here, more like a SMT. It's been a more like a SMT. So do you guys see that? I told you guys not to take it, okay? These are signatures, small little signatures, and the main reason was time was not matching with 1050. Everything you can imagine is in the Middle East, yeah. But the thing is, America and all those countries like Israel are allies with Saudi Arabia. That's the main power point. So they're not getting support. The people who are like forcing to go on war, like they're not backing it up. They're just staying calm. We got equal look taken out again. And we are inside our macro now, so we can demo trade a setup again. But still, I believe price will go lower as it's just moving lower now. Right, and price close the candles body below. Okay, not just that I'm telling you that it's gonna go lower. There's a logic. 50% of these breakers are like our high probabilities to see a rejection. So if the war is breaking out, folks, we'll have crazy price action. Like, war has always been good for stocks. I don't know how. We are not trading oil. We are trading like the electrical things, groceries. Right? So I don't want to say it, but when the war goes on, we go like in a trendy market. And we make like more profits. The price action becomes clear. But the war is more like you guys should be like looking for it. It's gonna be beneficial for your trading stuff. Like, if the war is escalating, if America is like going crazy on them and they're hitting back, then we will see crazy price actions on stocks. And like the thing that I'm expecting is if we are seeing the war, we will be bullish again, and we are yet to clear out this all-time high on Nasdaq. So war means more profit for America and more tax for the people, right? Like, I don't know like why they support it. Every single time US goes to a war, their inflation goes up, so everything expensive. So why? You pay more, you do more hours in work, so your life as well is becoming hell. So last sign of defense, let's see price supports, get support from here. Is Friday TGIF model in play? All bad. Have you give a result? No, I'm gonna do it at the end of the session. The hourly chart, very nice rejection to our sell side from this rejection block on weekly chart. But again, if price was like taking out these equal highs along the way, we would have had more trades. So we have our 830 opening price down here, another support level. Right, we are already in profit. We made money. I made like around, I covered the losses and made around like $700 more. So good to see that. Price generated equal low down here again. And there's a possible chance for going up, folks. Okay, that's why I'm still streaming, because look at dollar. What dollar is doing? So much trend line liquidity, so much equal lows down here, and we didn't retrace to the discount yet. We have equal highs up here. That's what I told you guys, that the folks who are here since the beginning, you know that we have equal high up here, right? So we wait for price to, we know that the reversal is gonna happen, and the reversal happened from the higher time frame PTA as well. The rejection block that I told you guys that it will give us the support. Makes sense. So the move towards buy side liquidity on dollar was have been called when I started my stream around like at 9:30 probably. So there's still a room to go lower, right? Let's check out for another trade. We got our breaker up here. Now let's see, let's wait for price to hit the level here, and if it's hitting the breaker, it will also hit the discount of the range, sorry, premium of the range. So let's see if price gives us that. There's another reason is because we have the sell side liquidity down here. So we feel like higher time frame PDRAs, the 3 PDRAs that I always tell you guys to look here. We also have it here as well, but still we are gonna demo it. Not the kind of trades that I'll take on my live account. So we got our breaker. Sorry, it's a higher time frame. Sorry, lower time frame, old breaker. We got our this one, but look at the liquidity level that we have, folks, here. So much, right? And we don't have SMT. Do you guys see that? No SMT up here. It just price built it, generated these trend line liquidity up here. But still, the breaker is a good thing to tape read. So we're gonna tape read this setup as we have these equal highs up here. Not gonna take it on demo either, and I'm gonna highly recommend you not to do that. We are trading inside our 1050 to 1110 macro. Like the high probability support would have been from this 830 opening price, and that's the same logic I told you guys here as well. We had a monthly opening, right? I told you guys this is a good level for rejection. Now look here, price went up on higher time frame in just a week, and then it got rejected. I was expecting it, right? Then you can also ask me, Hydra, why you took a buy here? Because I saw these equal highs without SMT. So it's not like I'm gonna be right every single time, but most of the time. So seems good. This fair value gap on 5 minute. Okay, do we have it on 5 minute? No. On 3 minute chart, we have a fair value gap here, right? So if price is going above it, closing a candle body above, like I showed you guys before earlier in our last trade, right? Do you guys remember when price cleared out, closed the candle body above the inversion, we went in as soon as we expected the bullish movement. Like price is so weird today. It's not clearing out, not generating SMTs, not clearing out the equal lows, mostly following the retail theories. So there are gonna be days like this, folks, right? When price is just following the retail theories. Like the algorithm gives money to everyone. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not like we will win more because we use ICT concept. We will lose as well if you don't know how to align it perfectly. Same goes for the retail trading. So we got our breaker down here, and I'm gonna mark it for like the 50% of it. Do you guys see that how clean this level is? So just tape reading it. Our price still didn't confirm us that we are gonna move higher, right? Because we don't have any candles body closure above it. We are respecting the midway of this inversion, as well as we have a breaker down here. So still so much room to go higher. Sorry, lower. What about dollar? Dollar is so choppy. Look at the candles there. Like, I don't know why. What happened today? We had PPI though. So probably because of the war, right? But again, price behaves like that. Do you guys see that? Look at the candle. On a higher time frame, it's just like the volumes are not here anymore. So again, the simple logics will apply it here. This is the premium level that we see, and look at the opening prices, folks. Yesterday is 130, yesterday is 830, and weekly opening price, right? So these are the levels where you expect a rejection in price, but not like, suppose the way I see you guys expecting it, like price hitting the weekly level and then immediately rejecting. No, we're trading on lower time frame. That's what most of the time won't happen. Price will just go a little bit higher. You'll have to look at higher time frame as well. So still dollar is showing support. We had a breaker here. So not so much correlative price action with my models. Equal so much trend line liquidity down here. So again, we want to see this inversion getting activated. That's going to be a high probability scenario as we have targets up here. So much target. But this time we'll just take it. If we are taking it, if you are taking it, we're just going to do it with 0.25% risk. And no guarantee the price will clear it out because it's rejected so many times. So we got it, the candle's body closure above. Now let's look for the next candle to close the body. I'm gonna put my stop loss below here. I'm leaving the room for price to come down. But again, if you are entering here now, that's gonna be a aggressive early entry. We wanna see price closing a body of the candle and then again targeting for 2R. Makes sense? We closed above the 50% and we closed above the upper quadrant as well. So do you guys see the logic here? As soon as price clears out this equal high or goes near to it, okay, like here, we will minimize our stop loss even more. And why is that? Because price before didn't clear it out these equal highs, so it can do it again. So we're not gonna take a partial up here, rather we'll move our stop, and that way the profit that we made earlier, the partial that we took, that will cover 2 losses for us. Not so much high probability scenario for me to expect price going higher. And again, how am I going to minimize my stop loss? See, price itself is giving me the indication. We have got the breakaway gap down here. This part of the fair value gap, we don't want to see it filling or price even touching it. If price is touching it, these order blocks will fail and we will go lower. So that way we can minimize our risk more. Like we can put the stop loss lower. I'm still gonna be trading, live streaming, sorry, and I'm open to take a trade on my demo account and like making a partial, taking partial, stuff like that. Pyramiding. So I wanna show you guys how I do it. I already showed you guys one example, so we'll try to do that again. So still no closure of the body above it, and we traded back inside this week. That's why I'm telling you guys that this trade, if you are taking, take it with very, very less risk. Like, it's just based on the probabilities, and the probability is low here. Makes sense? See, we got a body down here. So last line of defense, staying these staying as the order blocks. These order blocks, let's see if price holds it. $11.06, we still have some room for inside our macro. Now that we got support, we are comfortable to put our stop loss below the order blocks. Okay, folks, do it like this. If you're following the instructions, follow it to the tick. A partial will come up here if price is giving that to us. Here, take something off, like if you are 0.25% risk, then take 0.5% off here and another 0.5% up here, like 0.10% up here, and then our final TP is gonna be up here. couldn't resist a small short from VWAP. Yeah, I don't use that VWAP. Do you guys use it? I believe no one uses it in ICT community. But let's take a look. VWAP volume. Is it this indicator? Volume Valley Vegeted average price. Let's see. Okay, this is VWAP. I never used it. How do you use it? Chris, how do you use it? So see that way I manage the stop loss. Now the price moved higher. We'll put our stop loss below these order blocks. So see, less risk, so much less risk, because price hit this rejection block again. If it's rejecting from here, folks, it's gonna go lower. And okay, yeah, you will have it today. I'm sorry because I had so much emergency things to do yesterday, and I've been pretty engaged this week with my family, the problems that we have. So you'll get a reply soon. So we hit the VWAP midline. What does it mean? I don't get it. Like, how do you trade this? Partial coming up here. So partial one, take something off of here, folks. Do you guys understand? Because every single time price gives you some money to take, do it. Added more position, added another 1/3. So I don't understand like what this view up is telling you. As soon as price gives us a partial, our stop loss is gonna be at break even. So I believe you are taking a partial here. Do it, folks. Follow the instruction nicely. So this is gonna be our, we had three, how many winning trades? Two, one partial and another partial that we got up here. So partial 2 and PR partial. Partial 2 is coming up here. Yeah, view up is average price. Like, how do you use it? How do you get the signal to enter in a trade? So far, if you guys are making money with the stream, we won more than we lost, right? So give it a thumbs up, show your support, because we are winning more, folks. We're not just winning, we are learning as well. And we will have like losing trade, we will have the trades that's only giving us partial, but at the end of the day we'll make more money, and that's how we do it. What prop firm do you trade with? I used to trade with Funded Next, but not anymore. So mainly like Trade08. I have Max Funded there, so I'm just using another account to pass a couple of challenges in January months. I bought like 150k, 100k, 200ks, and 150k accounts. So all are connected with each other in social by social trader tools like the copy trader and stuff. Yes, but not always exact good entries. How? Okay, I believe because of the latency, folks, I can't do it. Like, look at the time here. My time is 11:30 seconds. So how much of the delay you are getting? So we got 3 PDAs. If that fails, we are going lower, folks. 1, 2, and the third one is order block. So we still have room for price to go higher. should dump now. So Chris added more position here. He took an entry here, and he's expecting price to dump right now. So let's see. I still don't get it, like how he uses this view up. 8-second delay. Okay, I can't go any lower. It's just gonna be this way. That's what YouTube recommends to trade with the low latency. I cannot do like the actual time frame here, like with no latency. There's always gonna be a latency. If these 3 PTRs are failing, folks, we're going lower. And that's why I already told you guys to take a partial here, because why? Look at the higher time frame on 5-minute chart. This is a rejection block, and so far today price is just respecting these retail theories, so we'll be careful. Again, our stop loss is a break even, so we don't care. Please take off view up. Yes. Yes, I'm not even focusing on it. Indicator is the price itself. What price is doing, that's what indicator is printing there. So I never understood the logic, like why not look at the price? Like the folks who use indicator is like, to me, it's them, they are looking at price and looking at price again. Makes sense? WAP like under blue line is buyer zone, and above blue line it's supply zone. Okay, let's check. Where is it? VWAP. Okay, so this above this blue line we are buying, and below this blue line we are selling, right? Then why did one of our viewer here took entry? Like, is it like a heavy premium for them? This is a great setup in my eyes, bro. Yes, to my eyes it's a great setup. That's why I told you guys that you can take it. Healthy call. Dodgy D has a TP on recent daily liquidity. What do you mean? Like he took the same trade? Really? Like we are all taking the same trades today? Okay, I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna is he streaming on YouTube? On Discord is not active, so probably on Dodgy DD. So yeah, he's live. Come on. He took the same trade but on 2-minute chart, and we took it on 1-minute chart. That's the difference, and we were focusing inside 3-minute fair value gap. So he saw the same fair value gap that we were expecting to see failing and turning into inversion here. So the logic was same, it just we saw it in the different time frame. Entry is exactly the same, folks. Like look at here, folks. How is it matching with every single streamer out there? Like how is it? Isn't it wonderful? Like we are taking the same, we are seeing the same thing on chart. Let's tell that to him.
They're just kind of right next to each other. So, and again, it's the reaction we got was so bullish anyways that I figured it would still be a fine trade. And ideally, we want to see this inverse again. Okay, I know it didn't inverse the first time, but we want to see it inverse again.
Yeah, his go-to model is like, so another partial here. Now let the trade run, folks.
Bro, HYDRA, dude, there's so many people who would be like, oh, HYDRA's long. is short, Hydra's long. Like, dude, I do not care. Hydra knows I'm not gonna log it. Just a random ass model I don't even trade.
Yeah, that's what we don't do.
Like, what I do.
It doesn't affect, like if we are trading against each other, it doesn't affect us.
I'm holding runner till here. I already scaled half my position already. I scaled some here. I could scale more here if I wanted. I'm just choose not to here. But majority's gonna be out here because it's the intermediate term high inside this Ravelli gap, and then yeah, this is gonna be about a 50-point play.
Close it here, okay, folks. This is gonna be a good level.
Brian wondering, this was an accident. I left the limit order open. I did not alert this. I know there's people probably wondering. That was totally my fault.
So the closing of the trade is coming up here. How many of you took it? Okay, that's what I want to see. Let me know if you made any money in this setup when I told you guys that you can take it. This trade was open for you all. So how much you made?
930 opening price lines up with this kind of, so.
Again, this is our buy side liquidity.
I'm gonna trail my stop under here.
Okay, so I'm not gonna look at his stream because again, that's what I don't do. It's gonna influence my decisions. Okay, good to see. 400. Is that an AMD setup? Took it. Yes, accumulation. Yes, there. I'm gonna show it to you guys. Printed trend lines. Me, I took it. W, I didn't took it, but again, you learn from it, right? You gain the experience. I did, sir, 100%. Didn't take profit yet. I made $100, $420, $100, $1,500, and let a runner learn. So he's the highest profit maker today. Margin 700, bro. Nice trade, Hydra. Thanks. 200. Yes, another win on day. Yeah, so far, if you took a loss on my stream, I believe you made it back. Right, so let's see how is the day going so far. Like the folks who are following me to the tick, the poll is only for them, so only vote. Like it's not for them who took personal trades, it's for them, the folks who took my trades, and asking them, because we had so many winners so far, like two wins with pyramiding, and then another one with partial. This is the fourth win with 2 partial, letting the trade run here. So let's talk about the stop loss. You are gonna put the stop loss now below this fair value gap, folks. Okay, this is a breakaway gap as well, so the stop loss is coming down here. Makes sense. 780, one contract, we did good. Break even 101, up $8,750, split across 300k. Thank you, Hydra, much love. Thank you, brother. I hope you guys appreciate it. So 93% are green, 7% are on red by following the stream. So pretty good stream so far. Our target is always not to win in every single trade, but to win more than we lose, and pretty much we are doing that so far. This whole week have been so good, right? Like we didn't close the day in loss. It's just a candle of 5-minute chart. This is the 5-minute chart that I'm seeing here as well. So last line of defense is this fair value gap, folks. This is a breakaway gap. So like Dodgy and me, we pretty much have the same trading model. We target for equal high, equal lows. He just goes with inversion. I go with inversion and breaker. So two models basically. These are the my go-to models. So do you guys want to see a collab stream with the Dodgy? Like we're gonna read outline the setup that we see and stuff like that. Like we didn't talk about it, but we can do it. Yes, we'll make it happen. So we don't want to see this one failing. If this one's failing, folks, this is a breaker at the same time. So breaker got activated. If I was here, I would close the trade here. No logic behind holding. There's a room for price to go higher after clearing out this sell side liquidity. We still have so much room to go higher. We have this equal high, but if it was me, I'll just close it here. Okay folks, so far a wonderful session today. We learned from our losses. Me personally, I learned not to close a trade before price closes a candle's body. That's what I learned so many months ago, but again, that's where I will focus. So how many things we did today here? Let's try it out. How many topics we covered so far? We covered not to force the setup. We took 2 losses. We didn't got emotional. We pyramided our entry. We also learned how to pyramid in a model, right? How to do that. So I hope you guys understood how I did the pyramiding stuff. If you are pyramiding, then your first trade will have to come at break even, and the second trade will have to be with a very small risk, like 0.25% or 0.5%. If your first entry is 1%, then your second entry can be like 0.5%. If your first entry is 0.5%, the second entry is just 0.25%. So we're gonna close the stream after price either goes up or if it rejects. So we didn't close the candle's body below the break, below this down close candle, so we didn't activate the breaker, right? The breaker itself gets activated once we close a candle's body below itself. Yes, back testing session, folks. So what I wanted to do is like, Okay, wait. ICT is on dodgy stream, so let's see what he's telling him.
ICT, did you take this long? Conversion, delivery.
I believe it's gonna go higher, folks. I don't know why ICT is telling to close it here, because we already got support so much from these PDAs. We probably have a SMT. Yes, we have a SMT. So he's just trolling him. Lol.
I thought that was gonna hit, but it didn't, which is fine. Oh, let's go. It's really awkward that ICT's in here because he probably thinks it's a legit trade, but I left the limit open earlier and I forgot to cancel it. You were long and short all day? Okay. Alright, ICT, I have a question. Why did we just not hit these highs up here? Is there any reason? I mean, I'm assuming there's some reason, but I was very surprised we rejected there.
We are going higher, folks. ICT is telling to close it here.
I mean, it's honestly better we didn't hit the high because it makes for.
He's telling him to stop negative thought.
I don't care like that people play.
What negative talk?
Double tops. I'm the guy who runs them later or whatever. Like that was one of the best quotes from you.
He's telling like I was aiming for them myself, but bailed just under it. Still might reach for them. Come on, ICT is accepting he took a loss here, targeting these equal highs. Oh my god, that's why I love him. He's so honest.
That we're all saying short, but obviously that was a good short.
We have a SMT here as well.
I do appreciate you coming to my stream. Me and Tanya, we talk on Twitter, and I always mess with her. I'm like, why does ICT always try Tanya stream and never mind?
And we also got SMT down here, so two things here, two SMTs at the same price leg. Focus up HYDRA. Yes, I'm focusing. I'm not looking for a trade now. We already got two partial. I told you guys that if it was me, I will close it here. So we are not in a trade. You missed his up 36k comment. Yeah, he's trading for 30 years. So 36k is a good reasonable money, right? But again, 30 years of experience, 30 years of money backing up his account. So you will, of course, you will make the more money. People already wrote it. So let's see what price does. We have like pretty contradicting price action here. And I told you guys to close here. We already had two partial. So no logic behind me holding this trade. As soon as I saw a rejection after price clears out this partial. Sorry, this equal high. So I told you guys that every single time price clears out an equal high, just take a partial, because these are strong liquidities. Price will either go to discount if it's a premium long. And I'm 23. I'm already trading with a 100k live account, so pretty proud of myself. It won't take long to make 36k in a day. I'll have to just be patient. And then this year on February, ICT is gonna be like on Robin's Cup. So so I believe like he will, if he wins that, okay, at the end of the year, that's gonna be like a revolutionary thing. And he's not just aiming for winning, he's aiming for all-time break of every single record. Like Larry Williams, he had 1100% return, sorry, 11,000% return in a year. So pretty high target to break. ICT is not on your stream. Who cares? Right? He's my mentor. If he's here, I'm proud. But he's gonna go. Who's gonna do the things that he wanna do? It's his personal stuff. I'm already grateful for the knowledge that he shared, and I would have never been here without him. So makes sense. And next week, folks, we'll move on with bigger target, like passing a that's what I've been trying to do since January when we opened, and we'll focus on a funded account. Okay, we'll buy a funded account on live stream with Top Step, and we'll see, like, we'll take every single trade we see. We'll see, like, there won't be a limit for, like, suppose one trade or two trades like I have on my accounts. We'll try to, like, the way I point out the trades here, if I believe that it has a 50% chance of winning, I'm gonna take it. So at the end of the I believe in January we can pass the funded challenge. So at the end of the January, we'll see like what we made, how much we made, stuff like that. So we closed it here at a logical level, and seems like the price action is so getting choppier and choppier as well. Right, so very nice session, folks. I'll just tell you guys to rewind the stream and do the, like, focus on the things that I used here, how I called the price, what I saw down here, even though we had this equal low, why I didn't want it to see this equal low getting cleared out, and how I predicted the price will move higher with this inversion. And the same logic, folks, again and again. You will lose with every single model. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you will make more and more money. So we'll just Oh my god, I'm muted. Come on. Thank you for the donation, Chris. I believe you were the same guy who was using view up. So I believe like you understood what are the logics that we were talking here, and it makes more sense, right, folks? Like reading the price and understanding the delivery based on liquidity, not relying on indicator, because indicator itself is price and it's not showing you everything. I'm not telling you that you cannot be profitable with it, but it's hard. Very less people made it with indicator. And just watch the videos that our mentor made in his YouTube. That's gonna be enough. You will never have to pay anyone any money. You can learn from him for free. That's what I did. Makes sense. So just focus on there, and thanks for the donation. Thanks for hopping on the stream, and I hope you enjoyed the stream as well. Proper order to study ICT mentorship, go with 2022 if you have an idea of retail concept, right? So if you can like the way I teach a beginner, I do not teach a beginner. My brother here, he is a beginner, so I told him to watch the retail videos first. It's for the beginners, because if you don't understand what price does on retail concept, you will not have a good idea how the ICT concept works, because these are liquidity for retails, right? This is trend line liquidity, and they're gonna buy here just as we bought by following the trend. But I never saw anyone buying on 1 minute chart using trend line. They just don't trust it. So after that, if you have a good idea on retail concept, you can watch 2022 mentorship, and then you can go with go with the other concepts. He has a playlist of core content. Watch that after you are done with 2022 mentorship. And it's not just like watching the videos. Don't watch it like Netflix. If you are done with one video, take notes. If you are done with like 2-3 videos, rewatch it and try to see what he is teaching, what you learned on this chart real time. Okay, demo trade minimum for 6 months. That's what I was doing basically, because I knew if I'm doing it right now, I'm just gonna blow my accounts. So we got a CB here, we got a breaker again. Are we inside our macro? We are not, so we're just gonna wait for price to get inside 1150. Saw choppy ICT knew appropriately. Yes. He's the mentor, folks. Okay, he is the person we all learn from. Right, so if the mentor is saying like I didn't understood why he's calling lower, probably because he saw this SMT, and probably because this SMT he expected to get broken. Like these are some stuff that he never taught us. He kept some stuff for him, right? Yes. So but I don't know, I'll do research on it, on this part of the price action. And let's do it now. Why did he told us that trade, our long will fail to close it here? I myself even told you guys to close it here, right? So my theory was 3 PDA is failing. That's what I saw, and that's what you guys saw me so far doing. And 3 PDAs here failed. Look at here. We have an inversion. So this is what I'm just gonna mark it out. I'm gonna put it on my journal, because this is a signal. This is where our mentor told us to close a trade. So let's do it, folks. Inversion, and then we got another PDL. Let's find that we got this order block, right? So this order block never failed, but the best reaction from an order block happens from the midway of that order block. So if I measure it, because I already saw it in my subconscious mind, but for you guys to understand, the theory is that price came down, closed the candle's body below the mean threshold. So when price does that with a breaker, I just don't hold that trade. That was the second PDA, and I was expecting it to getting filled. So we got 2 PDAs, and this was another logic, folks. And I told you guys many times that if price is clearing out equal high, that's the time you don't want to see price rejecting, because if price is rejecting after clearing out one equal high, or it can do that here, you don't want to see a rejection. So 3 PDAs, 3 concept. Do you guys understand now? Because of that, I told you guys that we are going to be closing here. When price moved higher, mentor told somewhere here to Ryan to close it. So again, this is what our mentor taught us. This is how I learned. So again, basically the same thing that we saw. But it didn't make sense to me to go lower as we had formed a SMT. So see the contradicting scenario here. So we have a SMT here, and that's what I was trying to understand. Like, mentor, we have a SMT here, so why did we fail to go higher? We still had so much buy side liquidity, we still had so much equal high with no SMT. So this is what I didn't understood, but I understood that this trade is gonna fail with the logic that I have of 3 trades. Three PDAs. Makes sense? So what I'm gonna try to find is like why he told us that it's gonna go lower, because price on Nasdaq, ES and DOW didn't came up and cleared out the buy side liquidity. They are still so much lower, and that's all has equal highs above, right? So SMT here and SMT as well up here. So my question is to our mentor, if you are watching us, what made you give us a signal to close the trade? From here we got 2 SMTs down here, up here as well. So which one, in a scenario like this, which one should we focus on, right? So 2 SMTs ICT. If you are watching, please give us an answer up here. Alright, so we're gonna continue our tape reading session. And another thing is that we generated trend line liquidity up here. So these are the things that I didn't understood. I understood I'm gonna close the trade by if 3 PDAs are failing. That's what I did. But my question is down here. What we had a SMT, we had another SMT up here. So in a scenario like this, which one we go with? So this is a breaker. HYDRA, look for the daily. We rejected fair value gap, and today we expect a retest and watching if it fails. Probably thought it was a massive bull flag. Yeah, he trades like that. Like there's so many things that he does. Like he's just gonna, if he sees retail concept, he's just gonna expect it to fail. Okay, so we have a bull flag here, right? So it's, yeah, okay, so he probably expected more like a pennant. Probably expected this one to fail. Yes, I understand there might be a PDA on higher time frame, but my question, I think you guys didn't understand it. My question is, when we have 2 PDA, two SMTs, what should you do? Like, do we focus on the higher time frame PDA and just ignore the SMT and trade based on the liquidity level? Okay, that's what I'm asking him. Makes sense? SMT is more high probability on the higher time frame PDAs and key levels, I guess. Yes, but we took so many trades on stream by following SMT on lower time frame. So it's not like always higher time frame will give us support in trading, folks. Okay, it comes with a high and low probability. Okay, A SMT, the ratio is same. If you look for how many times a SMT failed on lower time frame, and if you also match that ratio with higher time frame, it's gonna be like similar. In a bullish trending day, we deliver 50%, 40% of sell side liquidity and 60% of buy side liquidity. So see, that's the chart itself that's telling us like over 10-15 years. So we are trading inside 1150. We got a CB with a breaker. First SMT is relative, is engineering relative equal lows, and don't forget about time. Yes. don't forget that I closed the trade here. I told you guys to close it here. So I was right, expecting price coming lower, but my view was, as we formed the SMT, we're probably gonna go higher as we have so much equal highs up here. So that's the question, folks. Oh my god, so many people are telling me to look at higher time frame. Yes, that's why I always look. Even when I start my stream, I always focus on higher time frame, the PDAs, how price rejecting from there, and I mark out the PDAs as well, and that's what I did so far. And all the trades that with the 930 drop that we called, it was based on higher time frame, this daily PDAs, basically like from this monthly opening, and as well as we hit the fair value gap here again. So let's see. Okay, I think you guys are telling me something here, but let's see if that. Okay, see, the low of the fair value gap is up here on daily time frame, right? So price already got rejected from it, and we call the market lower from this level. But if I take you guys on the daily chart, and we're gonna look for why price went lower even though there was a SMT. This is the low, and our inversion was here, right? So on daily chart, we basically don't have any PDA. I can see this fair value gap that turned into inversion. That's it. Let's go to 4 hour. Okay, first let's mark out where where price failed. That way it will be easier for us. Just gonna delete the things here, and we want to see why this SMT became high probability. That's what I'm trying to do right here. So now let's go to 4 hour. We've been on 4 hour chart. Why can't I see it on higher time frame? Okay, is it because it's too small? 4 hour. Okay, it's here. So this is where price rejected. Okay, now we have a wick here. Let's see, like if the wick is hitting the 0.5% or the lower quadrant, probably because of that. So we'll also learn something. Okay, so we have a nice hit of the lower quadrant of this week. So very nice, right? So this was the logic, I believe. Price gets sensitive inside these quadrant levels of a week, and if I put the same week here, you guys can see that we got rejected from the consequent encroachment. So very nice. I believe I found it out because of this. So we are gonna be looking for, if price is hitting, that's what I believe was the reason, him calling the short, that if we hit this if we hit a hourly week or higher time frame week, we're gonna measure it, and if price is showing willingness to reject, we're gonna expect to see the SMT that's bullish failing. But still I need more data on that. This is something on stream I found out, like this is a new thing that I'm gonna work with. Okay, so I believe we are going lower, folks, because we have sell side liquidity and we are trading inside 1150 macro, as well as we have a breaker. Right, so many stuff are aligning with price, and we also got respect of this CB perfectly towards sell side. CB, and if you measure it, you can see the price rejected from the lower quadrant. Again, the same thing that we saw on higher time frame when we were talking about the week, the same thing repeated here on this fair value gap here as well. So I still believe price will come lower, folks, because we didn't left any equal highs up here, right? And we are going lower. What is a bear flag? Chris is saying it's a bear flag. Like this. But it doesn't... Okay, let's tape read this setup, folks. I'm not going to take it if price is giving us an entry. We're going to learn something new. So this is our bear flag. Now we want to see the retail concept failing. Right, so I have a good idea. Like, I don't know if it's the thing that they teach. If price is continuing a trend and then forming a bear flag, it will just continue to drop, continue the trend towards sell side. So let's see if price is doing that, because we also see a trade idea here with our concept, right? We got a breaker, we got a CB, so two high probability PD areas are matching here, indicating a good trade idea for sell side, as well as we have target down here. So my theory, I told you guys that I want to see price going lower, and the bear flag is all also like indicating us going lower. What higher time frame where you measuring the wicks? When I'm taking you guys on higher time frame, always look at this part of my chart. It was on 4 hour. So I don't want to see this fair value gap turning into an inversion. If it's turning into inversion, we'll go higher. So another chance, like, we're just gonna tape read it. This is where I told you guys that it's gonna be a good reaction. So another trade idea that I see is from here, is price going lower with a stop loss above it. So if we are pyramiding in this trade, our first stop loss will go lower. Again, this is a hindsight explanation, folks. I didn't call it with the RR tool, so I'm not going to take the credit. It's just that I see it now. This is my model bear flag. Yeah, our model gives us more confidence in trades like this, rather than following just a pattern. If we didn't have this equal low, I would have expected price going higher. Price moves from one strong liquidity to another strong liquidity, to imbalance, stuff like that. Not the pattern makes a setup high probability. The price itself, the liquidity makes the setup high probability. So seems pretty good. So this stop loss is going to be coming at break even, because we got a order block here and we don't want to see price not respecting it. It's a bearish order block, folks. So but look at the delivery, folks. Today it's like so choppy and so less volume, but still we made good profits. We're gonna close it with good amount of money. 1157. But it was like we own more because price was still respecting our concept. as well as retail. So price, offer, sell side liquidity here, this was an equal low as well, right? So we don't want to see now price retracing, folks. Keep that in mind, because we still have targets here. So we want to see price not going above the order block. If price is going above it, the setup is gonna fail. And again, it was a low probability setup, but we saw the target, we aligned to, we are tape reading here with this model. So equal low down here, breaker, CB. Yes, we are inside a macro, but the thing is we have so much liquidity towards buy side and sell side again, so not a favorable condition to take the trade. So if this one is failing, as I told you guys that the stop loss is gonna be at the break even, it's just tape reading, we are just tape reading. This is where I saw the trade coming. So not my best calling as I did it on hindsight, but still it's good to tape read like this. So price respected the order block. Now suppose this is our imaginary stop loss, we're gonna put it above this candle. We don't want to see price coming up again. There's no logic behind price retesting the order block now. If you want to go lower, it will go lower with speed. If it's coming back up, it's just gonna make our setup more low probability. So Chris is saying you add on the pullbacks, scale in most should be trading micros. I pyramided here. I told you guys that we can pyramid here based on a logic, and see that no, our stop loss is at break even. So if you are trading on like with top step, trade of 8, your stop loss will never get hit when price is here. It closes exactly at the level where we don't want to see price trading. So but if you are trading with like suppose other brokers, like especially with I forgot the name of them, anyway, any retail broker who are not like anyway, forget about it. So I recommend trading with forex.com, wanda.com. They're licensed, they are legal like trading company. So that's what I do with them, and basically like give very good data on an FTMO as well. FTMO, if you are trading FTMO and trade top step for funding, and if you are trading on live account like me, then I'm gonna recommend you to go with forex.com, wanda.com, and trade of 8. Yes, he goes way. Yeah, that's the name. Yes, he goes way. The worst trader, the worst broker you can go with. So another setup that we tape readed, and this is gonna be the last one, folks. I'm closing after that, but if we continue to trade for the day, look for the setup, I believe we'll just have more wins than we lost. So we so much learning today on stream, right, folks? We outlined so many setup, we took 2 losses, we covered it up, and we didn't got emotional as well. Why did you stop with funded next? Funded next to me is like I believe they are not like certified. That's what they told me, and that's why I went with partnership with them. It was good, but only because of that. Like I don't want to take that risk. You guys are watching me, so you guys, some of you are gonna follow the advice that I'm giving you. So I don't want to go there, giving you the wrong advice, and you cannot take a payout from them. So far, no one had payout problem from them, but they told me what they are based on Dubai, and they are certified broker. So when I asked them like, show me the legal document that you guys have, or just like show me something that proves that you are legal on Dubai. It didn't make sense to me. They are a Bangladeshi company, right? All of their members, even the CEO, the people, all of them are from Bangladesh, but why on Dubai then? And they were not able to do that. They were telling me like, it's our personal stuff, we cannot show you. Like, why? If that's a certificate, you can show that to me, right? It doesn't make sense. Like, why? There's no information that I can use to do bad things for your company. It's just a certificate. Because of that. Make sense? So far, they didn't do any scams, folks, okay? They have been good. I've been trading with them. We got payout. We passed challenges. No problem at all. And I was actually liking them. But again, I'm not going to trade with a funded account. Funded company that I don't trust. So, order block here. Bearish one. Respect of the order block. So, the stop loss, if you took a trade here, the stop loss is going to be coming up here. We don't want to see price trading back again at the mean threshold of this order block, folks. Mean threshold is coming here. If price is doing that, that's going to be a low probability setup because price already rejected lower. See? So choppy price action, folks. I'm going to close it at 12.10 and I'm going to probably gonna do a stream this weekend. I'm not sure. I'll do a back testing session, so it's gonna be depending on if I'm getting the time, and if not, we'll continue our stream from next week. I'm gonna give you guys exact date and when you will see me streaming as well. So let's see what we have next week. We have Monday, low impact news, but okay, bank holiday, come on. We have a bank holiday on Monday, right? So probably I'm not gonna stream, or if I'm streaming, it's gonna be a tape reading session, folks. We don't want to avoid these kind of days. We're gonna learn. We know this is a low probability day, but it's a learning day. How price behaves inside these bank holidays. We want to see that. We want to learn that, because the same price action that price will do at bank holiday, it will just repeat that. So how many of you want to see me streaming on Monday? If majority are saying yes, then we will do the stream and you guys will learn with me. So I'm not avoiding this day. I'm just not gonna take any trades, but I'm open to learning. Tuesday, we have 8:30 news, so we will have a stream at 8 o'clock. Empire State Manufacturing Index. We'll see how price delivers inside this news. What we will try to learn, or what we'll focus on, like how price delivers inside this news, and after that, after the news ends, and then at the next macro, what setup price forms. Okay, if price is respecting the theory that we want to see, getting respected, and that way we'll have a journal. Okay, next time when we'll have an Empire State Manufacturing Index, if we are losing that day more, then we'll just avoid trading that day. That's how we do it. Wednesday, we have news at 8:30, so 8 o'clock trading. And we also got a medium impact news at 9:15. So medium impact, high impact news at 9:15. And 10 o'clock makes our 9:30 macro low probability. So we got a 9:15 macro. We'll trade to 9:20 to 9:40 macro. And Thursday, day 4, we have... So to this day, I'm not gonna stream, folks. I have my college and I don't want to miss it. I already missed like 2 days. My teacher, I can miss like, and we will have a stream on Friday as well at 8 o'clock. So another good tape reading session, folks. So I have the lowest presence rate at my college. It's like 30%. I can be absent for 30%, and with I do it every single month, 29%. Like, it doesn't make sense to me, but I'll have to do it to get the certificate of finance, accounting, stuff like that. So you guys want to see me doing stream on Monday? Yes, I'll do it. If I'm getting like 10 viewers, I'm willing to do it. we are gonna be done with the macro very soon. And 1220 to 1240, don't look for any setup there. 1250 to 110, no setup. These are low probability macros. Price will just continue to build the liquidity for 120 to 140 macro. That's the high probability macro, like 920 to 940. Makes sense. We have one of the highest probability macro at AM session, that is 920 to 940. We have another macro that is high probability. It runs at 120 to 140. If you are going for a 50k FX, offers best value for money, up to 10 minutes and cheaper than others. Okay, up to 10 minutes, cheaper than others. Once you pass the trailing drawdown, can scale the account the most. Also, most drawdown ratio. I never traded with them, so just tell me, Maria, did you ever got a payout from them, or did you ever heard people getting payout from them? Let's check it, okay, folks. So we are done with our stream. We're just gonna do a couple of stuff. apextrading.com, I believe this is it. 71% discount. Come on, it's so cheap then. And we have, what do we have? What are they offering? Why choose our funding company? Okay, the same 90%. Beyond that, 2 payouts per month, qualify in as little as 7 days. I never traded with them, so I don't know anything about them. No daily draw. What? No daily drawdowns? What do they mean by that? Then how they are gonna be counting the drawdowns? By once a week? One-step evolution process, just like top step, real-time data included. There is a guy on Twitter that has gotten a 1 million payout from Apex, saying Jennifer. So trade with multiple accounts up to 20 max. Seems like pretty good offer, folks. I'm not gonna be lying. I never checked them out before. Like, look at the discount. I never saw any funding company giving so much discount. Top Step once did that, but it was like 60%. Never saw 71%. Okay, let's check out what we can. I'm gonna go with 100k. So 100k is coming at 207. 14 contracts. Profit goal is 6,000. Reasonable. Trailing threshold 3,000. So this is my balance, okay, folks. I just have the leverage, more leverage, but this is the balance. So 3,000. We're gonna manage our risk. And the way I do it is like 0.5%. The low probability that I see 0.25%. So daily drawdown none. What do they mean by this? They have 90% off sometimes. So that's basically like free. Come on. I think Apex is the most reliable of all the prop firms out there. Okay, trailing drawdown. Okay, it's like funded next. The logic is same, it's just different name. Ninja Trader Light. Okay, can I trade on trading view with them? Can I do that? I see here Ninja Trader. I never traded with them as well. So let's buy it, Rhythmic, and we'll start that account running on Monday, Tuesday. Membership type 100k, 14 contracts, Rhythmic, 207 for each month. Okay, Rhythmic. 100. So this balance is coming after the discount. Top Step offers more cheaper. Top Step offers what, 150 for a 100k account. They have an unrealized daily drawdown though. Trade of 8 is greater than trading view. Yes, I want to trade on trading view. I can. Yes, using trade of 8 integration, you need to select trade of 8. Okay, just like Top Step, right? I just scroll down for trade of 8. Use the trade of 8. So how many of you? Okay, I'm gonna do a poll, and the majority that tells me to go with that, I'm gonna do that. So let's do a poll. top step, Apex, or like suppose my funded features. That's another company that I never traded with, but again they don't offer trading on TradingView, or like suppose FTMO. So let's do that. So the same thing. The thing is that, folks, okay, I'm gonna show you guys trade of 8. Oh, sorry, top step. Trade of is not here. Okay, top step. Like, look at the price of a 100k account. It's only 99 USD, so in Canadian dollars it's like 150 or something like that. What happened? Why my computer froze? Okay, because of this. So see that it's cheaper than Apex. And what Apex is like charging you, it's lower, like it comes with the balance of 150k account. So top step, right? Majority saying top step, 34% Apex, 8% my funded features, FTMO 9%. So I trust them. I never found anyone having issue with them, not even a single person with top step. They're like the honest 100% legit trader. I myself had no problem of taking a payout from them. So I'll probably go with a new 100. I already have a 150k account with top step, but I want to use a real account, like a new account. So that's what we will go for, folks, next week. 100k with top step, right? Majority is saying top step. No, I don't care about the discount. I just want to trade with the people who I already traded with, and I believe they will give me a payout. And the fact that why I was looking at top step Apex, because they had a 71% discount, but at the end of the day, even after 71% discount, they're charging more than top step, right? So either way, you are paying more there and we were paying less here. So we're gonna go with top step, folks. Let's take a last look. Yeah, oh my god. So we closed here our logic again. So how many times, like I told you guys to close a trade at the level, and how many times like you guys saw after taking a stop loss, price just moved in our direction again? Never. These are like the logic, the way I put the stop loss, focus there at logical price levels. If 3 PDRAs are failing, you'll just have to find out the 3 PDRAs. Those 3 PDRAs will have to be like high probability one, not just any PDRAs that you see. So even though we had equal lows, we pretty much like came down here with no SMT, and we are just moving higher. So very not the A plus price action that I want to see, more like a B plus, a B type price action. So again, always, if you are following my model, folks, if you are learning that, always take a partial, always take something off when you are going below equal low. Makes sense? So with that saying, folks, we had a pretty good day. We won more than we lost. We had like, I believe 65% win rate. So I'll catch you guys again on Monday. We'll tape read, and probably on this weekend. So happy trading, happy weekend, and I'm gonna catch you guys tomorrow again. Sorry, on weekend and on Monday. So take care, folks.